Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online. I'm JDZ Gaming Empire, and we are working on the Dark Brotherhood DLC. And we have the quest, Welcome Home. I gained access to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary and made the matron of this chapter, Astera Carilius. She welcomed me into the family and suggested I meet the rest of my brothers and sisters in the guild. Asteria suggested I look around the sanctuary and introduce myself to the rest of the guild. When I'm ready, I should talk to Elam Draws and get my first contract. And as you guys may notice too, I have these two new companion requests. Because I'm an ESO Plus member, I got these two companions for free, but I have to do their quests first. So that's why you see those up there, the Moonlit Shadow and then the Garland Ring. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. We're going to focus on our guild quest here. Let's take a look at the map. If I remember correctly, he's over here. Yes, Elam Draws is over this way. We have several people over off in these corners. So let's go to the east and work our way up to the north and then come on down and speak with him. Let's head east. Oh, and I don't remember if I showed you guys this in the last episode, but I did change our costume. So now we're wearing the Dark Brotherhood costume, both myself and Sharp as Night. Let's see, the first person's actually over this way. Nope, I guess I can't get to it that way. All right, so this is the proper way. All right, there's one person. But let's go speak to this person down here somewheres.
It's all right, little one. Just a new smell. Your new brother or sister must be here. Do you want to meet them?
Huh, okay. Is somebody over here? Who do I need to meet over here? Whoops. Cor and Hildegard. Okay.
Come on now, Hilda. Don't be shy.
Hilda's a werewolf?
Sorry. She can be skittish around strangers.
Is she a werewolf?
New sister! Welcome! Welcome! You need anything at all, you come to me, yes?
The matron suggested I meet the rest of the family.
Of course! It's important to get to know everyone. You're part of the family now, and family helps each other. It's what we do.
Why do we have a werewolf in that cage? Why do you have a werewolf in that cage?
Oh, that's not a werewolf. Well, I guess it is. But it's also little Hildegard. She's really sweet, but you'll need to say hello later. She still doesn't have the hang of controlling her transformations.
Hildegard sounds like she has an interesting story.
Hildegard is like the little sister I never had, but her true family was awful. They drank the blood of werebeasts. It's a dangerous practice, but not entirely unheard of in Nord lands. They even forced their children to participate.
Is that how Hildegard became a werewolf?
We assume so. But as to why she can't control her transformations, that remains a mystery. She lost control one day and hurt another member of the tribe. They cursed her and she ran away. I found her later. She was confused, alone, nearly mad.
You're lucky she didn't attack you.
I'm a skilled hunter. Taming animals is almost second nature to me. It took time, but she came to trust me. Accepted me as her big brother. Before that happened, though, she nearly tore my face off. See? I still have the scar.
Okay. How did two Nords end up in a Brotherhood sanctuary on the Gold Coast?
Well, there are some things we just don't talk about in public. I hope you understand. I will tell you that we love it here. We're part of the best family in the whole world. And we're glad to have you with us. I'm sure Hilda agrees.
Tell me about yourself, Cor.
I always liked to hunt and fight. I became a soldier, but that turned out to be more about waiting around than actual battle. So I sold my sword as a mercenary, made some enemies, and soon found out that other sellswords were being paid to kill me.
Looks like you survived.
Indeed I did. Kept a low profile in town, spent most of my time in the wilderness. I almost decided to stop running, and then I found little Hilda. She became my reason to go on living.
Okay. Well, she's nearly taken your eye out. Scratched up your face. Okay, dude. Okay, you and Hilda, y'all just stay right on over there. The Silver Werewolf. Story by Hildegard. Ooh, let's read this. One day, while hunting for rabbits on the slopes of Mount Trollhättan, the Silver Werewolf flicked her ears at the sound of mournful sobbing on the wind. Never one to ignore suffering, the Silver Werewolf threw her line of rabbits across her shoulder and lumbered toward the sound. Eventually, she found a massive bearded giant all alone at a snuffed-out campfire, roaring sadness at the sky. "Why do you cry?" the Silver Werewolf snarled, and the giant understood thanks to the medallion of Gilbeg, the quick fox that she wore around her neck. "My mate gone, my child gone, vanished, as I slept. There are many tiny tracks. I fear goblins have taken them." He was not wrong. The Silver Werewolf's keen nose detected the stench of at least a dozen goblins, as well as the lingering scent of paralytic poison. The giant's family was not dead, but they soon would be slaughtered to feed the hungry goblin tribe. No one deserved that cruel fate. The Silver Werewolf straightened and growled deep, "A promise. The goblins will not keep them. Bring them home, and you may ask anything of me." "I will ask you to smile," was her only reply. Nose to the ground, the Silver Werewolf tracked the goblin stench down Mount Trollhättan, across the smoke-frost peaks, to a massive goblin encampment on the fringes of Lost Prospect. It held far more goblins than she had ever seen in one place, which was why they had been brave enough to kidnap giants for food. A small tribe would never have dared anger the vengeful giants. Even for the Silver Werewolf, who could tear apart a dozen goblins without ruffling her fur, a camp of hundreds was too dangerous. She would have to be clever. Sending a nearby corpse, an idea dawned on her. She shifted into her Nord form, cloaked herself in the dead woman's rags. Thus clothed and looking entirely harmless, she wandered into the goblins' camp like a helpless Nord lost in the snow. The goblins came for her at once, but all they saw was an unarmed Nord woman dressed in rags. A fine prize. Rather than attacking, they eagerly trussed up the Silver Werewolf and took her to their food pens, where they kept all those caught until it came time to cook them for supper. Once there, they threw the Silver Werewolf into a makeshift wooden cage and left her to freeze to death in the cold. As she'd hoped, the overconfident goblins had played right into her hands. She muffled by her Nord form. The Silver Werewolf's nose detected the smell of giants nearby. Now, all she had to do was wait until dark and make her escape in the giant's family and any others who wished freedom. Dark fell and the goblins grew sleepy, leaving only their trained durzogs to prowl the edges of the food paddocks. It was a bad night for hunting, but a good night for sneaking as clouds crept in to obscure the moon. The Silver Werewolf shifted forms in the dark and quietly snapped the bars of her wooden cage. While those bars would cage a Nord, they were no match for her bestial strength. Silent as a shadow, the Silver Wolf prowled the food paddocks until her keen nose detected one with giants inside. Just as quietly, she opened it up, crept inside, and slashed the bonds holding down the giants and her little one. Holding down the giantess and her little one. "Your loved one waits where you left him," she whispered in a low growl. "Thank you, Moon-Kissed. We will see him again or die trying." On her way out, the Silver Werewolf spotted another paddock filled with Nords, moaning with piteous cries. Despite her distaste for these wolf killers, animals who killed for sport and not for food, she knew they could be useful in their own way. "Run now," she snarled to the giantess. She tore into the Nord paddock, snarling and drooling as she menaced them with her claws. Screaming Nords burst from their cage in all directions, alerting Durzog and goblins alike. In the commotion, the Silver Werewolf found the giantess and led her toward the camp's edge. Goblins challenged them, but they were cut down by the Silver Werewolf's claws and teeth, or smashed by the dozens at the hands of the vengeful giantess. Soon, only the Durzogs pursued them, but one deafening howl from the silver werewolf sent the cowed dogs skittering back to their masters. A number of Nords had escaped as well. The silver werewolf saw she had no doubt they would return in force to smash the goblins soon. That is what Nords did, and this time only the silver werewolf wished them luck. Under cover of darkness, the silver werewolf led the giantess back up Mount Trollhättan, and there at the campfire the family was reunited. The lonely giant clutched his child and mate as he babbled his thanks in his guttural tongue. How can I repay you? Thinking of her own pups, she repeated, I will ask you to smile, so I can see how you treasured them above all else. And he did. Oh man, that was so interesting. I loved that story. I loved it. And I wonder if that is her back there in that cage with Thor. All right, let's talk with Tanit.
So you're the new recruit, huh? No, don't tell me your name. I'll just call you New Blade. It's easier to remember and it's not like I'm gonna know you for very long. Yes, New Blade. That's so much better.
Why don't you think I'll be around for long?
Oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I just believe in full disclosure. We've lost an initiate and a fully trained assassin recently. Mirabelle's in denial, but I know what's happening. Someone's hunting the Brotherhood, and you make a tempting target.
I can take care of myself.
Sure you can. So could Dorisa. She still ended up face down in an anvil alley with her throat slit from ear to ear. Whoever murdered her has some impressive skills. I'll give them that. Stay sharp, New Blade. We're not alone in the shadows anymore.
So what's your story, Tanit?
Oh, it's a long and sordid tale, full of romance and daring do. Or if you prefer the short version, I was apprenticed to a smith in Sentinel. Loved the trade, hated my master. He liked to hammer more than just metal. When I had enough, I killed him.
Oh, and that's how you came to the Brotherhood?
Oh no, that was just the beginning of my story. I was young and stupid back then. I ran, but apparently not far or fast enough. Got to spend some quality time in a Hammerfell dungeon for my actions. 8 years, if I recall correctly.
That sounds terrible.
Well, it wasn't sunshine and camel milk, but I survived. Met some people, learned some lessons. When one of the guards got slumpy, I was ready to act. Simple as that. Of course, my old life was over, but at least I was free.
So, how'd you wind up in the Brotherhood?
Hey, I had to make a living. I was branded as a killer, so killing was what I did. Worked for the crime boss Bashira for a while. Then I had a visit one night. The speaker scared the piss out of me, but I couldn't refuse his generous offer.
Anything else I should know about the Brotherhood?
The Dark Brotherhood has been good to me. They taught me to focus my anger, to let the Dread Father work through me. I have a home, an income, and a set of rules to live by. Life makes sense to me here in the Sanctuary.
There are rules?
Oh, New Blade, there are always rules. The trick is to learn what they are before you get your hand caught in the sweet roll box. For us, it's all about the 5 tenets. I'm sure there's a book about them somewhere in the Sanctuary.
Tell me more about the murders of our brothers and sisters.
Dorisa and Van. One was an experienced assassin who knew her business. The other was a raw recruit with hardly any blood on his blade. Kinda like you, New Blade. It could have been coincidence, but I think they were targeted by the same killer.
What makes you think the murderers are connected? What makes you think the murders are connected?
Just a feeling, I guess. And the way they were left for all the world to see. Someone was proud of their work and wanted everyone to know it. And it had to be a professional. Dorisa was too good to be taken down by an amateur.
Have you shared your suspicions with the matron?
Matron Astara tells us what to think, not the other way around. But yes, we've talked about this. All we can do is stay alert and try to figure out who's behind the murders. Until then, we're just jumping at shadows. Very dangerous shadows.
Okay, interesting. Okay, next on the list. some papers here. The lie. Dearest Mother, I remember your name. I have surrounded myself with lying liars and have become a liar myself. But in my lies, I've seen the manifestation of your domain as clearly as the blood we spill in the shadows of a secret murder. So even though I wish to scream truth in their faces or whisper your name into the ears of the dying, I tell myself that the secret is my faith, my joy, and not a blasphemy. Yet just once I wish for you to speak to me. Why not me? I have listened for you always. I cloaked myself in you long before they called me Dark Sister. I was a chimera, ever shifting and changing and lying 1,000 lies for you, to be seen by you, to hear you. They call themselves listener, but no one listens for your whisper with more hope and desire than I do. I have walked in accordance with your arts, shrouded in 8 shadows. I have lived lives and ended lives, not for the dread Father, but for you. They call themselves speakers, but no one has spoken your words with as much conviction as I do. Do you see the shrine that I have built? The shrine of my body, every face a lie, the envy both illicit and felt, the mastery of seduction, the embrace and instillment of fear, the betrayal of family and truth, the murder of others, the murder of self, the insatiable want, the fury I feel and release, and feel again at you, when all treasures are nothing but lies. Dearest Mother, I remember your name, but I will speak the lie and love the lie if you wish. Perhaps that is your lesson. The treasure is the lie. Man. Okay, is that you? Are you the one that wrote this letter?
So you're the new initiate. You're certainly cuter than the last one.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean? The matron suggested I introduce myself?
And why wouldn't she, darling? I am her favorite after all. As a matter of fact, I'm everyone's favorite. I'm sure you'll agree soon enough. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you. May the Night Mother forever hold you in her cold and loving embrace.
The way she speaks, she almost sounds like she's kind of enticing the person, making them feel at ease, and then she probably stabs them in the heart. Are you always this forward?
Forward? Believe me, this is my shy and unimposing side. After all, we wouldn't want to give my beloved Simbar the wrong idea, would we? Find me later, and I'll show you what forward really looks like.
Oh, later? Where would you like me to meet you?
Oh, you really are too easy, my darling. I'm just having fun with you. I suppose I get that from my family heritage. The Motiers are rich, powerful, and blessed with good looks, and a wicked sense of humor. Just play along and enjoy.
You come from a noble family?
Oh, there's nothing noble about my family. But I left that all behind. The wealth, the boredom, the servants waiting on me hand and foot. One day, I strangled my handmaid with a golden chain. And here I am. Life in the Brotherhood suits me.
Oh man, this woman is wicked. What should I know about the Dark Brotherhood?
You shouldn't know anything, darling. We're a secret organization, after all. I suppose I can tell you that we serve the Night Mother. Her cold embrace binds us together. Never dishonor her. Our contracts aren't mere tasks. We carry out her will.
I'm still not sure how this works.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. These words, as part of a complex ritual, form the Black Sacrament, the means by which those in need pray to the Night Mother.
Are we considered that to be a and we consider that to be a contract?
Our mother hears the prayer and whispers to the listener. The listener sends a speaker to arrange the details and create the contract. Then the speaker selects an assassin to carry out our mother's will. It's more than just a job. It's a calling.
It sounds like the Brotherhood worships the Night Mother.
This just got much too serious for my taste, darling. Let's talk about something, I don't know, more decadent. Like how I'd be nibbling on your ear if Simbar wasn't here. He's watching, isn't he? Maybe a little nibble is in order,
Maribel Montieri. I think I like you. I like her style. So, there have been other recruits lately?
A few. The Speaker sends new initiates to the Sanctuary every so often. New blood, you understand. Before you, there was a charming young lad from Glenumbra. Van something, I believe. A shame, really. He was too scrumptious to die so soon.
I heard that a few members had been murdered.
Mind your tongue, Initiate. We're the murderers, not the victims here. But I suppose the circumstances were somewhat unusual? Someone left Van pinned to the wall of the inn in Kvatch, held up with multiple daggers. When I find the villain...
Sounds like someone's hunting the Brotherhood.
You don't hunt the hunters. The Brotherhood hunts you. Anything else is a crime against the natural order. But enough of this dark talk. We're just working ourselves into a tizzy. I'd much rather get excited about something more enticing.
This lady is a mess. She can go from, her voice being harsh and cruel to this syrupy sweet. Like, I'm the best. Everybody wants me. Type of personality. What is happening here? Is that her? No, it's her wardrobe. I wonder if that's her boyfriend that she was talking about. Guess I shouldn't be trying to look about stealing in here, right? They probably wouldn't like that. Okay, let's talk with you, Green Venom Tongue. But before we talk to you, what is this? The Blade of Woe. Observations by Green Venom Tongue. The Blade of Woe. My happiest day since emerging from the egg was when the Speaker granted me access to this superb weapon. Where does the Blade of Woe go when it's not in my hand? My brothers and sisters assume we share a single weapon, but how can such a thing be? It has never not appeared when I called for it. The mysteries of our Dreadfather, I suppose. Nothing is more satisfying than performing a perfect kill with a perfect blade. Lieutenant followed me once when I went to complete a contract. He tried to call for the Blade of Woe at the exact moment that I needed it. His attempt at a prank failed, but the twin kills we completed were most impressive. I asked a Speaker once if I could sheathe the Blade of Woe in my own scabbard. She said the blade's scabbard was sacred and I wasn't fit to possess such a thing. She knows me too well. The Blade of Woe sends souls severed by its sharpness to the void. But so does poison, my sword, a direwolf's jaws, and perfectly timed falling boulder. Even so, I prefer to wield the blade when I can. Hail Sithis. Oh, I don't really like that phrase. It sounds too much like Hail Hitler. I noticed that Kor rarely calls for the Blade of Woe. He seems to prefer to make his kills more challenging by actually engaging in prolonged battles with his targets. Does this make Kor a bad assassin? Probably not. But to each his own, I suppose. Okay. Green Venom Tongue?
Ah, I heard we had a new initiate on the premises. I was just checking my notes and realized the details concerning you are sorely lacking. We'll need to rectify that before too long.
The matron suggested I introduce myself?
She did. Interesting. I wonder what she's planning this time. Well, I'm certain everything will become clear, eventually. Even you, I suppose.
Why do they call you Green Venom Tongue?
Aren't you familiar with the cherished Black Marsh custom? Consuming various venomous concoctions to bolster our natural immunity? I drank so much my tongue turned green. Ha! The new initiates fall for that every time.
Anyway, it's nice to meet you.
And you as well, Initiate. I look forward to interviewing you at length when you have some time. For my journals, of course.
What does that mean?
I keep meticulous records. I'll help you, you'll help me. Isn't that what the Bretons call a win-win?
I'd like to know a bit more about you.
What more could you possibly need to know? I am a shadow scale. My life begins and ends with the Dark Brotherhood.
What's a shadow scale?
I could have sworn I explained this before. Let me check my notes. Well, like other Argonians born under the sign of the Shadow, I was taken upon hatching and trained to be an assassin. That makes me a good killer. A very good killer.
Do you like living here?
What an intriguing inquiry. Attempting to ascertain if I actually like it here, or something more subtle. Well, like or dislike is meaningless. I serve the matron as I served my former sanctuary, and as I served Black Marsh when called upon.
Former sanctuary?
The river carries us where it will, and that's all I prefer to say about that at this time. I was there, now I am here. As are you, Initiate.
Is there actually something about me in that book?
Perhaps, depending upon what you mean by something and me. Rest assured, whatever musings and observations I record herein are strictly confidential.
Any advice you want to share with a new recruit?
Now this one I know I've written down. Study the 5 tenets. Learn them. Memorize them. Live them. There's a copy in the sanctuary, someplace. I'd let you look at this one, but I don't let anybody read my journals. That would be inadvisable.
I see. Anything else?
Such a curious mind. Then listen carefully, Initiate. Contracts must be taken seriously. Always obey the matron's instructions to the letter, and don't get yourself killed. Though that probably goes without saying.
Okay. Don't get yourself killed. Well, we're gonna try not to. Alright, I guess it's now time to go see Elam Draws. Who's that? Dark Guardian. Okay. Maybe just like a security guard?
You must be the new initiate.
Oh.
I've heard some unbelievable things about you. Still, you can't be too good. Your name hasn't appeared on one of my contracts yet. What? Oh, that's a Dark Brotherhood joke. Don't you have a sense of humor?
Astera said I should speak with you?
Did she now? Are you sure that's what she told you to do? Wouldn't want you to get in trouble your first day in the sanctuary. Now that you're here, we might as well discuss your training.
My training?
Don't repeat what I say. It annoys me.
Okay.
Now, where was I? Oh, yes, your training. Complete a contract, receive a reward. Prove yourself, and more significant contracts will be made available to you. It's simple, really.
I understand.
I don't expect you to last a week, but as long as you're still here... Ready for your first contract, Initiate?
Yes.
Not everyone appeals to the Dark Brotherhood through the Black Sacrament. For those with copious amounts of gold to spare, we usually indulge their more mundane requests. Are you ready to take on your first contract?
I'm ready.
Typically, you'll consult the ledger marked for death, but I've handpicked something special for your first job.
Who do I have to kill?
Travel to the city of Kvatch, identify the target listed on this contract, then eliminate them. I encourage you to practice with the Blade of Woe, but as long as the target dies, it doesn't really matter how you kill them. Can you manage that?
I'll return when the target is dead.
What are you standing around for? I'm not much to look at, and neither is this room.
Who takes out these contracts?
Anyone can find a reason to kill someone. Ambition, jealousy, humiliation. I once killed for a jester who couldn't take a joke. Careful who you heckle in Stormhaven.
Can you tell me more about yourself?
Me? I'm flattered. No, that's not the right word. Uncomfortable? Yes, that's it. Well, whatever do you want to know about me for?
I'm kind of liking this dude. I hope he's a part of the Dark Brotherhood, but a good guy, if you could be good in the Dark Brotherhood. But I'm kind of liking him. I just want to know who I'll be working with.
Not the brooding type? Good. They're a bore. I've been with Astara at this sanctuary since its inception. More years than I care to remember. In that time, I've done enough contract killing to know how to drum up business. It's my charm.
Okay, Mr. Charmer. So far, I'm liking all these characters. The Glint in the Night by Maxa Koron, dealer in rare antiquities. Of all the tools available to an assassin, one weapon truly stands out as unique to the brothers and sisters of the Dark Brotherhood, known as the Blade of Woe, and obliquely as the Night Mother's Kiss. The otherwise simple dagger is a symbol of their order and icon of their dark patrons. The dagger, named for the apocryphal blade wielded by the Night Mother when she supposedly sacrificed her own children, is made available to the devotees of the Dark Brotherhood to carry out their grisly work. Sacrificed her own children? Oh my gosh. I've heard conflicting reports that the entire Brotherhood somehow shares a single blade, and that each individual weapon is crafted upon the pattern of the original. I suspect the latter is closer to the truth than the former, but the legend persists. The Blade of Woe, sacred to the Dark Brotherhood's patron deity, the Dread Father Sithis, supposedly contains a special power to send the souls of those it kills directly to the void. My own studies of similar artifacts have found no evidence of any such magicka. It's possible only a follower of Sithis can invoke these alleged properties, but I find it more likely that the blade simply holds special religious significance to its wielder, but no practical application in these regards. And since the victims of the Dark Brotherhood meet their ends in every way imaginable, including by poison and sabotage, they must believe at least that every death they inflict somehow finds its way to Sithis. Given the secretive nature of the Dark Brotherhood, acquiring information is all but impossible, and research on the subject is suspect at best, and extremely hard to come by. I hope that by bringing this topic out into the open, other diligent scholars will investigate these mysterious killers and help to remove the shroud of mystery that surrounds their beliefs and act. Potentially cut off here. Ooh, okay. All right, so we got a new contract here. Contract. Kvatch. I agreed to be initiated into the ways of the Dark Brotherhood's murder-for-hire contracts. There are no stipulations regarding methods or timing, so I may execute the target at my discretion. I must locate my target within the city of Kvatch. Which is where? Okay, over here. So what we'll end up doing is identifying this, get this way shrine, that sky shard maybe, and then go in there to do the killing, the fatal blow. Okay, sharp as night, let's get to it. We are going over this way. Let's call our mount.
Ready to ride.
Go this way? Let's find out. Yes, we can. Ooh, what's with the fire? Ooh. Run on by you. Lots of giants around here, or ogres, or whatever they're called. Hey, direwolf, they're just eating. They're not even concerned about me. Let's see, I want to put marker there. Hello. Goodbye. See ya. Don't you dare shoot. No. Are you serious? How the heck did you hit me? Alright, let's go get this sky shard. Let me remove that marker.
Ignore me at your own peril, fool.
Oh. Gunzog. What?
Tremble at the sight of my greatness. I am the avatar of a dark power beyond your shallow comprehension. Does my presence not turn your joints to stone? Do you not quake in your boots? Do I not terrify you?
Is that outfit supposed to be frightening?
Well, yes, it should be. You know, frightening, isn't it?
So, what do you want?
Oh, right. Tremble at the sight of my greatness! My power is not to be trifled with. My curse is deadly, but you can be spared for the right price. I'm even running a witches' festival discount. 10% off all curse-free encounters.
Do your worst.
Oh, I will. Foolish one. I will. Receive my curse!
Really? Where's your curse? What happened? What happened to your curse? Hello? Okay. What the heck? I have no idea what was going on there. Other than the witches' festival's going on because it's Halloween. And tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I'm recording this like the day before it's going to be released. I know. Oh, it's a Minotaur. Okay, okay, okay.
You asked for it.
What you got over here? I see some pumpkins. Carrots. Alright, now let's go get this sky shrine, or I meant this way shrine. Let's see, where is it? Seriously? You really hit me? This way, it looks like, maybe? That discovered. Now let's go on in here.
I knew we never should have trusted Baron Montclair. Thanks for saving the city.
Okay, what do we got going on in here? Okay. So we have all the crafting tables. I don't know if we're gonna have daily writs in here or not. Kill Beval Morin. And they are over this way, it looks like.
So much to do.
Have you heard who's fighting in the arena today? I hear it's going to be a bloodbath.
Really?
Food amusements for fools and trade.
What is it?
You do well.
Get off our mount. Okay, so there's somewhere around in here. Beval Morin. Uh-oh. Who's this? Oh, that's them. Boy. But there's people. Okay. I don't want to kill them. I like how they put the little hand marker above it. I don't want to kill them while that person is right there. Though I was told in the comments that if I use the Blade of Woe, I don't get a bounty. But if I do it right in front of somebody, it seems like I might get a bounty. And I don't know if I could take him out if I become invisible. We'll have to give that a try. Wait until she's not near any guards, because it looks like she's a female. I need you to leave, Mr. Guard. I need you to leave. And of course, as soon as he leaves, this one's gonna take place. She's coming back over this way. Of course. Of course. Where's she going? Okay, so she kind of makes this loop, looks like. Come over here and then go over there. We're gonna try to do this with a potion. See what happens. Oh crap.
Me neither.
Oh great. I knew I should have waited. I knew it. I should have waited. I should have waited till she was not near. What happened to the guard? It's over there. Should have waited till she had moved away from that innocent person that just watched me kill her, and then I had to kill him. All right, let's head out. Back out. You will no longer be attacked by the law. What? You are notorious. But I do have the possibility of where I could speak my way out of it. Isn't that one of the skills? Let's put this to the test. I want to check. So if he catches me, he catches me. Okay, that person didn't seem to care. On her mount. You can't mount while crouched, okay?
I have little time to waste.
Nobody? The guards? Okay, wait a minute.
Halt! Halt, I say!
It's not every day I catch such a daring rogue. It is an honor to claim your bounty, truly. And this was
Enjoy
going
your
so
last
well!
moment. Or
You will not be killed on sight by the law. What? Lady? Nope. Oh, she's trying to. Get out of here, guard. Okay, she. All right, that's not exactly what I was thinking was going to happen. Somebody else is fighting up there. Oh, look at my bounty now. Holy cow. Oh, that person's got several guards on him. Let's do sneaky sneak.
Can't even hear myself think
Okay, the
here.
next time I'm going to try the clemency instead of trying to run. Okay, yep. Go on back. See if we can get up here to the shrine without being seen by her. Get out of here. Let's get out of here. Okay. Well, that was interesting. And we are going over this way. Yeah, the next time I'm going to try the clemency and see how that works instead of fleeing. Okay, so lesson learned, don't kill in front of anybody. All right, Elam.
You're back, I see. How could I not? You're standing in my light. So tell me, how did you do?
I completed my first contract.
Well, good for you. But don't get too full of your accomplishments just yet. That was a fairly easy contract I started you with.
Oh, okay.
Come back when you're ready for more. If the speaker or the matron give an order, though, that takes priority.
Okie dokie. Let's see what's in the satchel. Okay, something I'm gonna disassemble. First contract achievement. Oh, what's this? Mark for death. Herein lie the countless damned, their worthy measured only by the weight of the gold that condemned them. Cast your eyes upon the herd and single out your prey. Oh, are these like contracts? The suspicious of a spy in Shore Stone. They're feeding and communing with birds. I know the Reachmen have their hag-graven allies. Surely all this speaking with birds is meant to send messages to our enemies. It must stop. Oh, this is a contract. Let's try it out. You are now notorious. You will no longer be attacked by the law. Okay, started the contract, the rift, and let's look at this note from Astara. Initiate. A situation has developed in Kvatch that requires our immediate attention. Find me in this sanctuary and I'll provide additional instructions. Astara. I should talk to Astara in the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary. You don't say. A lesson in silence. Recent lectures in Kvatch by the Grand Sermonizer of Akatosh and her priests paint the Dark Brotherhood as powerless pretenders not to be feared. Astara wants the Grand Sermonizer dealt with permanently. Astara and the Dark Brotherhood have need of me. I must travel to the sanctuary and speak to Astara. Well, I'm already here. Astara's just right there. All right, let's go see her. And then this other contract, the Rift. I accepted one of the Dark Brotherhood's murder-for-hire contracts. There are no stipulations regarding methods or timing, so I may execute the target at my discretion. I must locate my target in Shore Stone. I think that's venturing out somewhere else. Yeah, is it Riften? The Rift, yeah. So up here. Okay, cool. We get to travel all over to do these contracts. But let's go see what she needs.
The Grand Sermonizer is at it again, Matron.
Those loudmouth fanatics! It's time to teach them a lesson about the blessings of silence!
Enough. I'll decide how we respond to these malign sermons. Initiate, I have a task for you.
Okay. Yes.
Once again, the pious idiots of Kvatch dare to provoke the anger of the Dark Brotherhood. Such an insult cannot be allowed to stand unchallenged.
What's going on in Kvatch?
As if the Grand Sermonizer didn't have enough vices to rage about. Now she's preaching against the Brotherhood. She says we are weak, powerless. A toothless dragon that inspires ridicule instead of fear. These lies must be silenced. Permanently.
I can go to Kvatch.
Be wary. The Order of the Hour has increased its presence in Kvatch. Avoid the warrior priests if you can. Meet up with Tannic and silence the priests that speak against us, including the Grand Sermonizer. That will put the fear of Sithis in them.
Okay, I'll go to Kvatch right away.
Tannic will meet you in Kvatch. I expect the two of you to deal with the Grand Sermonizer and show the people of that hypocritical city the real power of the Dark Brotherhood.
Tell me more about this mission.
The Grand Sermonizer and her priests spread lies about the Brotherhood for reasons I do not yet understand. Whether she seeks to insult us or acts upon some misguided tenet of faith, our response is clear. These impudent priests must die.
Who's this Grand Sermonizer?
She's one of the ranking priests at the Cathedral of Kvatch, right below Primate Artorius in the hierarchy. She won't be easy to find, however. Killing her subordinates may draw her out. Otherwise, rely on Tannic to locate the hole she's hiding in.
Who's Primate Artorius?
Primate Artorius leads the Cathedral of Akatosh in Kvatch. The chanters and sermonizers bow to his authority as the chosen of the Dragon God, and even the Order of the Hour follows his commands. Pious and faithful, I find the man to be insufferable.
Now wait a minute. I thought before she pronounced this as Kvatch. Now she's saying Kvatch. Do we really need to send 2 assassins to Kvatch?
Caution becomes the appropriate response after the deaths of 2 assassins, Initiate. But make no mistake, I expect you to assassinate the Grand Sermonizer. Tannic will be there to provide assistance, nothing more.
Do assassins often die when they go on missions?
Under normal circumstances, no. These recent attacks against us, however, have made circumstances far from normal. Concentrate on the Grand Sermonizer. That's your primary mission.
What's the Brotherhood's reputation like these days?
The common folk fear us. The political leaders tolerate us. And everyone who needs someone dead and can pay the cost hires us without hesitation. Our reputation remains strong. But these attacks by the sermonizers, they're obviously up to something.
What do you think they're planning?
It could be anything. Certainly Primate Artorius and his priests have little love for the Brotherhood. I wonder, does the Cathedral plan to outlaw the Black Sacrament? Would they dare such an action? Regardless, these sermons are bad for business.
Okay.
Initiate, I have my own contract in Kvatch. I'll join you in Tannic as soon as I'm finished.
3 blades on the same contract? Is that wise, Matron?
Just make sure the Grand Sermonizer dies, Initiate. That's my chief concern.
Okay. Asteria ordered me to go to Kvatch to meet up with Tannic. Then we can determine how to demonstrate the Dark Brotherhood's true power to the Grand Sermonizer and her followers. Yeah. Oh gosh. We gotta go back. We might take the long way. Yes. We might just have to take the long way instead of fast traveling. Since our bounty's 947. Okay, let's get out of here. What is that? 1143 on us. What is that? Curse of Deadly Doom. The effects of this curse are mysterious by their absence. Oh, he did curse me. What? 11 hours? What in the dickens? Okay. I don't know what kind of curse that is. It doesn't really say. I don't like it. don't like it. Okay, so we are going up this way. We're gonna take our time. No, we're not. We're not gonna take our time because I want to see
than under.
what happens when I say I have power for friends. Because I believe I have that skill. Bounty and heat resulting from a witness murder or assault is reduced. Oh, let's get that. Thank you. Yes. And was it under the Thieves Guild? Clemency, yes. Once per day is what it says. That I can use clemency. So let's fast travel after all and see what happens when we try to use it. Okay, Miss Guard.
Halt! Wouldn't it be great to just start over with a clean slate? All you have to do is give up the gold.
I have powerful friends. My bounty has already been covered.
Fine. I'm sure I can get something out of this.
Okay, so... when a guard accosts you, you may use clemency once per day. If used, the guard will not arrest you or take your money and stolen goods. Additionally, guards will not attempt to accost you for 1 minute after you use clemency unless you commit other crimes. Okay, so the bounty's still there. It's just I cannot be caught again committing another crime. Really gonna have to be sneaky. Okay. So I need to talk to Tannic, and he's over here.
There's always more to do.
I was wondering how long it would take you to get here. Didn't Astara instill you with a sense of urgency about this mission? She must be getting tender-hearted after all these years.
Does everything amuse you?
Yes, I say so. I find life to be a complicated series of pranks and pratfalls. Besides, this is your mission. I'm only here to observe and offer assistance if you get in over your head. Speaking of which, try not to get captured or killed today.
So you're just gonna stand around and watch?
No, that would be boring. You start murdering the sermonizer's priests while I take on the real challenge. I'll locate her hiding spot. Then I'll find you so we can kill her together. That will put the fear of the Brotherhood in the Kvatch people.
What happens if I get spotted making a kill?
Be stealthy or slaughter everyone that gets in your way. Whichever works best for you. They all wind up with Sithis in the end, so what's the worry? Now, let's get out there and deal with the Grand Sermonizer and her lying priests.
Sounds like we have a plan.
Time to dip our daggers in Sermonizer blood. Watch your back, New Blade.
I like that name he's calling us too. All right, well, I guess when we come back, we will take on killing Akatosh Sermonizer. We got to kill 3 of them. And when I come back, this bounty might be gone because I will be...
Halt! Halt!
What?
The law has invested me with authority in these matters. Will you cooperate and pay your bounty?
Wait a minute! I have not committed any murders. Why am I being accosted? All right, here, take it.
In
Never
accordance with
figured
the
you
law,
as
your
one
bounty
to
has
line
been
their
paid.
pockets.
Sharpest Knight does not like that at all.
The
Okay.
Knights of the Flame say you saved their order. That's high praise.
I'm confused. Guards will not attempt to accost you for 1 minute after you use clemency unless you commit other crimes. I didn't commit any other crime. What? What was my crime? Just standing around being sneaky? I'm really confused by that. I think it's some BS. Well, anyways, I just coughed up 900 coin. How much money do I have? Oh, I guess 900 coin is nothing. I got 748,000. But that's not the point. Anyways, we will be back in the next episode to deal with these 3 sermonizers and I guess kill the who they want us to kill? The Grand Sermonizer. So I will see you guys in the next episode. So far, I am kind of enjoying this. It's kind of fun, even though I am killing. That's not the fun part. It's the sneaky part, and these characters really are well written. I'm really enjoying them. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And if somebody can explain what happened with the clemency there, I would truly appreciate that as well. I will see you guys on in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.